Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We are from Group 6. We will be presenting a topic, Klinefelter syndrome, also called XXY syndrome. Klinefelter syndrome is a disorder of the male genital that causes men with a small testicles and no ability to spermatogenesis. It was first described in 1942 by a British scientist called Henry Klinefelter, scientist who study patients with low level of follicle-stimulating hormones in urine. It was originally thought to be an endocrine disease, but the cause was never discovered in that period. Along the study, a scientist called Burr defined a chromosomal disease caused by an extra X chromosome. Klinefelter syndrome, also called 47XXY, is a chromosomal variation in male described by the presence of extra X chromosome, and it shows some features like low muscle tone, small texture, and the delay pubertal development and common physical description, or increased breast growth. All those are as a sign of what the syndrome. The symptoms. The variety of the Klinefelter syndrome symptoms varies. Some people may have numerous symptoms, while others may have none at all. XXY male often do not know they have the disease because they do not appear different from other males and may not have any or mild symptoms. Symptoms like physical symptom, or language and learning symptom, social and behavioral symptom of poly-X, poly-X, that's numerous of X. So all those is a symptom of the disease, and the variability of among the men. Some may show the symptom and some may not show the symptom.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm going to present the mechanism of Klinefelter syndrome. To begin with, a chromosomal abnormality is a disorder characterized by a morphological or numerical change in one or more chromosome, which can affect autosome, sex chromosome, or both. The failure of the chromosome to separate results in daughter cell with an abnormal number of chromosomes, either with 47 or 45 in human, and this is known as non-distinction. Non-distinction can occur during mitosis, meiosis 1 or meiosis 2 anaphase. Mitotic non-distinction can occur when topoisomerase 2 condensin separase are inactivated. This produces two aneuploid daughter cells, one with 47 chromosome and the other with 45 chromosome. Moreover, there is non-distinction in meiosis also. As we all know, during meiosis, two diploid cells divide twice to have four haploid daughter cells, which are gametes. If you see in the picture C, there is non-distinction in meiosis 1. It occurs when the tetrads fail to separate during anaphase 1, and there is two haploid daughter cells at the end of meiosis 1. With one with n+1, the other with n-1, and this will divide again in meiosis 2, and this will produce two daughter cells, two gametes with two pairs of X chromosome and the other two gametes with no chromosome, n-1 and 2 with n+1. If you see in the picture B, you can see non-distinction in meiosis 2, because meiosis 1 is normal, and in meiosis 2 it will result one gamete with two pairs of X chromosome and one gamete with no chromosome, where it happens non-disjunction only. In the other daughter cells, there is no non-disjunction happening. That is why there is two gametes with normal haploid chromosomes. As a result, it can precise that Klinefelter syndrome is a numerical chromosomal abnormality. An extra X chromosome is present in an embryo because of a non-disjunction error in the parent's meiosis process during gametogenesis. For example, in females, if the X chromosome do not separate during the prophase of meiosis 1, the total number of sex chromosomes will be imbalanced, like how we see in the picture. Thus, some gametes will have two sex chromosomes while others will not. This picture represents different scenario of Klinefelter syndrome, whether it's associated from father or mother. The first picture is the normal embryogenesis. The second picture, you can see there is an abnormality in the spermatogenesis because there is an extra chromosome in the sperm. There is supposed to be a single X chromosome or Y chromosome, and after fertilization, this will cause to produce an XXY chromosome number embryo, and this will lead to Klinefelter syndrome. In the next picture, you can see that there is an abnormality in the egg during oogenesis because there is two X chromosome instead of a single XX chromosome. And after fertilization, this will produce an XXY embryo, and that will lead to Klinefelter syndrome.
Klinefelter syndrome can be detected by physical examination by looking at physical symptoms, chromosome analysis by karyotype test, and observe the size and the shape of the chromosome, where in this case the presence of 47 XXY chromosome, blood tests by looking at the abnormal levels of hormones such as low testosterone hormone, high luteinizing hormone, and high follicle stimulating hormone, and lastly is seminal examination to check on the fertility of the patient. Unfortunately, there is no cure for this Klinefelter syndrome, but several therapies can be conducted if necessary. In terms of physical symptoms, there are several treatments that can be conducted, namely testosterone replacement therapy, fertility treatment, and breast tissue removal or reduction. Furthermore, there are also treatments for language, learning, social, and behavioral symptoms. The therapists that can be involved are speech and language therapists, physical therapists, occupational therapists, behavioral therapists, mental health therapists or counselors, and family therapists.